Back in March 2023, my day looked like this. I would wake up, stay in bed for 30 minutes at least. I would have to go to school because I was forced to. It was like the law, right? I kind of thought I was working hard. It's like, I gotta do this. I was, playing games in class and, being that type of guy. And I could not wait to get home. I could not wait to get home and make my milkshake, go straight up to my room, and play Minecraft. Or whatever I was playing, like whatever video game that I was into at the time. I would lose track of time so easily that what felt like 10 minutes eventually was time for soccer practice 2 hours later. I wouldn't even try that hard in soccer practice. I was not that good at all. I get home, play some more video games, watch a couple YouTube videos, go to bed. That was my average weekday. My average weekend was a little less of the school. Then instead of soccer practice, it was soccer games. I did not know how to manage my time. I did not know what to do with my time. So I used my hours and hours of free time to just waste it on just useless bad habits that would not help me, would actually be a detriment to me. So, how did I overcome this? How did I overcome this rut to what I am today? Where every single day I'm making a little bit of progress, being every single day 1% better at everything I do. Even everything, even my cleanliness, everything I do, excellence in all areas, 1% better in all areas. So, how did I go from wasting all my time that I had away from the things I didn't have to do, away from the things that I had to do, to now working 10 hours a day, not working, doing on the computer, scripting and stuff, but, or doing schoolwork or some shit. I mean working hard all day, almost all day. Unless I'm cooking food. So I cook food. When I cook and eat my food, I'm not working hard, obviously. But, when I can, I'm always working hard. So when I'm in the gym working out, or when I'm out on my rings working out, doing my workouts, or when I'm, going on a run, or when I'm playing basketball, I'm never slacking. When I feel tired after I play basketball for a while, I'm not just go home, I'm so tired. No, I stay there and work until it gets too hot to play anymore, where I would have a heat stroke if I played too much longer. I'm working hard all day on the tasks that will get me to my purpose, on the tasks that will actually get me somewhere and are very productive, and are actually my focus. So how did I actually go through this transformation? Well, first I had to understand a few things. The first thing I want to teach you about is this thing called essentialism, which I actually learned from this guy called Hamza Ahmed. I'll put his, actually, I'll try, you can just search him up on YouTube. I'll try to remember to put him in the description. I probably won't do it, though. I probably won't remember. But just search up Hamza Ahmed on YouTube. He's a really good teacher. He's taught me a lot of things. Anyway, I learned this thing called essentialism from him, where basically you have your list of essentialism. You have a list of things that actually matter to you. And what the successful people, like the very successful people, what they're doing, they don't have a ton of things in their day. They're not doing like a bunch of things like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. They're doing like only a couple things. They're only their brain only focuses on like one or two things a day. They're only focusing on one specific topic for most of the day. So your list of essentials, like they're doing less than you. You think, oh, well, I gotta do more so I can become more successful. The successful people are not doing more; they're doing less. The successful people are doing less. And this is where school really comes in and messes you up, because there's so many like things that go into your brain, like, oh, that friend group, the new friend group, oh, the teacher's being mean to, the bully, there's like so much just shit that invades your mind from school. So school is really like messes you up and puts like way too many thoughts in your mind and too much like stuff to focus on. The way to make like a ton of progress is by doing less, having less things on your list of essentialism. So your list of essentialism is basically like everything, just all the things that just matter to you like the most. So like two or three topics. For me, it's like family or like social life, work, like this work, not school work, but like actually trying to like grow my channel and stuff. And fitness and health. Fitness and health I kind of put in one group. So like health, fitness. You focus on so like two or three things you should have on your list of essentialism. And then like within your list of essentialism, you have like health and fitness right here. You have this workout, this maybe another workout or something, some cardio, sleep, like good sleep, good diet. That's it. Like you have your 3 topics or 2 topics or whatever. I would say not more than 3, if you can. But inside of your 2 or 3 topics, you have like the things you do for that. So you focus on one specific topic for whatever period amount of time that's holding you down. Okay, so there's this kind of thing where it's like a ladder. There's like, a full runged ladder right here. Then above that, there's another full runged ladder. But then above that, there's just 2, but there's not a rung to step on. And then the one above that, there's like just one stick here. There's not even another stick or a rung. So there's just a stick and then another stick and another stick. You can't climb up that ladder, can you? You can only climb up 2 steps. You're only on level 2. But maybe your health and maybe your fitness and your health is all the way at the top of the ladder, where there's just, you keep building on the sticks, but you can't go up the ladder. So you have to build on the rungs with the other topics that you're trying to do. So, for example, maybe your physique is like really good. You've been going to the gym for a couple years. But maybe you're not making enough money that you want to, so you start focusing on like your work or your job or whatever you're doing. So that starts building up rungs. Now you're on level 3, now you're on level 4, but there's still some stuff there. So maybe your family, like maybe your family's been missing you. Maybe you've been like neglecting your social life and all this. Maybe that's what'll build the more rungs to keep building up your progress and what you keep doing. So you need to focus on not your strength. Everyone says focus on your strength. That's cap. Focus on your constraint. Focus on the thing you're weak at so that becomes stronger, so then you can start building the ladder more. You focus on your constraint. Whatever is constraining your life quality right now. Whatever is what is constraining your life quality? Maybe you're not making enough money and you're like poor and you're trying to like make more money. Maybe that's constraining your life quality. Maybe being poor is constraining your life quality. So maybe you try to start making more money and try and build those rungs. Maybe you're on level 2 because you don't like how you look. So maybe your life constraint is because you don't like how you look. So you have to start building your physique, and then maybe that's your focus right now. Maybe that's your constraint. So you focus on your constraint, whatever is constraining your life quality right now, and focus 10 hours a day of thinking on that. 80 to 90% of your day should be focused on one of these topics, whatever your topics are. So you come up with like 2 or 3 things that are the most important to you, like the most important to you. I'd say no more than 3. And just focus 80 to 90% of your time on one of those things that is constraining your life. So I've just went on this rant and talked about essentialism. What is like this thing called essentialism? It's kind of like this, this life setup type thing. So why have I just gone on this rant about essentialism? Well, this gives you the things you do in the day. So if you're focusing 80 to 90% of your day and you're thinking like that, you can, like, for example, like school. If school is not on your list of essentialism, like getting good grades or whatever, try and do the most you can to make school the least amount of time you can have school in your, because it's like the law to go to school and stuff. But if that's not on your list of essentialism, if that's not important to you, try and make the least amount of time that school can possibly be in the day. So like make sure you don't have homework at the end of the day. Make sure you get all your homework done like during lunch and stuff when you can. Make sure you don't have any homework so you don't have to like do school outside of your time, so you can focus on your goals and your stuff, your purpose. And just try and focus all the 80 to 90% of the time that you possibly can. Like the time like your free time. So focus 80 to 90% of your free time that you are able to do whatever. That you're able to do, like 80 to 90% of the time you're able to do focus on your focus. 80 to 90% of that time, it should be on your constraint. Or whatever is constraining your life quality right now, 80 to 90% of the time that you can on that. Even like if you have to go to school, that's fine. Like try and just limit the amount of things that go into your brain and try and focus and get the most done in the day you can before going home and stuff. So 80 to 90% of this is just your constraint. So for me right now, it's fitness. But for someone else, it's health. Maybe for someone else, it's like their family, is missing them. Maybe they want a girlfriend or something. Maybe whatever they're trying to do, whatever is their constraint, 80 to 90% of their day, like as much as possible of the day, should be focused on that. And then the other like 2 or like 1 thing that is important to you. So you're focusing one of these things 80 to 90% of the day. So here, this is this line. Here, this part of the screen is all your constraint. This part of your screen is all your other, like, tasks that you can do, the other things that are important to you, like, whatever they are. Like, for me, for example, it's work and, like, social life. So work and social life are over here. This is all, like, health and fitness right here. This is what my focus is right now. But over here is work and social life. For example, right now I'm doing, like, work. Not schoolwork, but this. But right now I'm doing work, but I limit the amount of work I can do in the day so I can focus most of my day on health and fitness. So I only work for an hour a day. If work was my focus, I would be working at least 8 hours a day. But right now it's not, so I try to limit my work to 1 hour a day, and I only, like, interact with my family and friends when they're, like, doing something with me that involves, like, health or fitness, or just sometimes, I'll play some ping pong or something with them. But I limit the amount of time, only the time where I have to spend, like, that I can spend with them while I'm doing health and fitness. That's the main time I spend with them. And then, like, sometimes, I eat some watermelon with them. I'm joking. Play some ping pong, go on a walk, like a dog walk, or play with the dog and stuff. But I focus 80 to 90% of my time on this. And then the 20 to 10% that's over here, you won't have enough free time to be spending it on things that aren't productive. This is how you manage your time. You manage your time by having this 80 to 90%. So most of your time is already just spent on your constraint that you've found, probably, hopefully already. Hopefully you paused this video and found your constraint. If not, go do that now. But then 20 to 10%, you'll feel like you don't have enough time for these. So you won't have enough time in the day to do bad habits. So through this section, you have found what you do to spend your free time on. But how do you actually structure your day and manage the time in, like, a productive, like, time managed, like, routinely manner? By creating a specific routine that you follow as much as you can, exactly the same every day. Now, if you have to change your routine, like, here and there, like, I change my routine, like, a lot because, I'm still, like, learning a lot of new things. So I change my routine a lot, but it's still, when I have my routine set, it's gonna be exactly the same every day as much as possible. As much, like, for, like, if you have to go to the grocery store and that takes, like, longer than you thought, or, maybe there's an emergency or something, but as much as you can, you follow your routine as much as, like, possible. So you kind of have to, like, create your own routine, but I'm kind of gonna give you a little bit of pointers here. So I'll tell you, like, roughly what I do. So I wake up at 6 a.m. and I immediately go, like, do my rings workout. So that's kind of, like, for, like, discipline and all that, and getting sunlight early and stuff. But so I do that. By the time I'm done with that, it's already 7:30 to, like, 7:30. Then I take, like, a cold shower, do my, like, gratitude journaling, my meditation, all my morning routine stuff, my visualizations and all this. By that time, it's already around 8:30 to 9. Then I actually do my work here, like I am doing right now. Right now it's 9:30, so I'm about halfway through my work session. So then by the time I'm done with work, it's around 10:30, sometimes 11 when there's some troubles or something. And then after I do my work, I actually eat for the first time. Then I eat, like, a pretty big breakfast at around, like, 11, 11 to 12 is around like my eating and cooking time. 11 to 12. Then after that, I go do some cardio. So I most of the time I do basketball. Sometimes I go on a run through like the forest or something. So cardio. Sometimes I go biking or something. Some sort of cardio for like an hour about. Then I do like I do some research, learn new things as much as possible like to get into that time. So I learn. I do a little bit more cardio after that. Then I eat like a lunch slash like dinner, like first dinner or something. I don't really know what to call it, but my second meal, pretty fairly large too. Because I'm on a bulk right now, and then I go to the gym. So by this time it's already like around 4:35. It's around 5 to 6. Once I get back from the gym, usually it's around 6:30 to 7. Then 7, I eat again right after this. Then I do my night routine, and I go to bed at around 8:30 every night. My routine is the closest I can get to the same every single day. As much as I can, I have the same routine every day. So you just have to kind of create your own routine to what your essentialism is, right? So this maybe whatever this is should be like 90% of the day. So for me, I'm working out like twice a day, and I'm doing a lot of cardio, and I'm learning about like fitness and health and stuff. And then eating and cooking takes up like a lot of the day. So that is like 3 to 4 hours of like eating and cooking because I do it all myself. So I'd say around 80 to 90% of my day is focused on health or fitness because that's my constraint right now. But soon enough, at some point, my constraint will be something else, whatever that may be, like probably like work or something. But so you just have to, depending on your constraint, you have to put 80 to 90% of your day in some sort of fashion, leave time for food and things you might have to do. So leave some free time, if you have to go to the store or something or do something else but mostly it should be mostly it should be most of the time that you have should be set. So you have a block here for this, then you eat or something. You have a block of like you just have like blocks of time that you do a certain thing, a certain task, and you just have to keep following this routine so you get into a routine so you don't have to like look at a paper all the time to remember it. So you just remember the routine and just do the routine whenever whenever the time you set is. And don't like cope with yourself and be like, "Oh, well, I just do less of this. It doesn't really matter." Don't cope with yourself about it. Set a pretty strict-ish routine. If obviously, if you have to do other things, and that has to change a little bit, then that's completely fine. But set a fairly strict-ish routine that you are pretty strict following every day. And don't be scared to be like, "Oh no, I gotta do this right now. Sorry, I can't play ping pong right now because I gotta go go play basketball or go do this thing. I gotta eat first. Hold on." Don't be scared to say "Oh, I gotta do this now. Sorry, I can't do that." Don't cope with yourself and be like, "Oh, no, it's fine. I'll just do it later." Don't procrastinate with that shit. Don't cope with yourself. Just set a fairly strict routine that you can follow every day using this constraint, essentialism schedule, and just follow this with your time management. Also, quit your bad habits, because then that'll free up a lot of the time in the day. So quit your bad habits. So, video games, watching, some weird shit, and just quit all your bad habits, like social media and all this. Like, that's the first step, honestly. And then that frees up, like, a ton of time in the day. So then you have time to do, like, whatever your routine is and your essentialism and your constraint and stuff. I've talked about quitting bad habits before. I'm not going to explain that again because this video is getting pretty long-ish. But, yeah, I'm not going to explain about, like, quitting bad habits because I've already explained that in my channel before, and I'll explain it again. It's in a future video, but that's, like, a whole video, so I'm not going to explain that now. But, yeah, quit your bad habits. Focus on your constraint. Just set a pretty strict-ish routine for yourself every single day. Peace out. See you in the next video.